3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's cold. Wow. Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Miles, You Betcha Guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. We got a great episode for you coming up. And but before we get into that episode, we want to talk to you guys about fairwaymeatmarket.com, baby. It's all about the meat. It's all about meat, guys, if you didn't get that.
Only meat.
Ultimate steak package. If you like steak, if you like grilling, if you love just having delicious meats in your mouth, you like cooking mizeets on the grizzle.
Me.
You got to go to fairwaymeatmarket.com. They have an ultimate steak package right now. It's a great one for getting back in the grilling mood. They got ribeyes, strips, sirloins, filet mignon.
Little filet mignon.
Maybe you save that one for date night.
Yep.
There you go. This is a $200 package that you can get for $150 plus free shipping. If you use code YouBetcha, that's YOUBETCHA, one word. Use code YouBetcha, one word, get $50 off plus free shipping. So that's like $80 off.
A lot of money.
Yeah. Use that at checkout. Again, go to fairwaymeatmarket.com. Pick yourself up the ultimate steak package. You're gonna be the most popular guy in the neighborhood at that cookout with that meat.
Grill master.
The grill master. All right. Guys, we're back in a big way here.
Big time.
You feeling good? We got a beer in hand.
New koozies in hand.
Oh, new koozies in hand. Is you feeling good today, Ryan?
Yeah, we haven't had a beer on the podcast in a minute, Miles.
It's mostly because like a lot of times we were doing them in the mornings and we were having the coffee instead of the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Feels good to be slugging down a bush latte.
Yep.
We finally have them in the office.
Yes, we have
We're fully
a lot.
stocked, so we're good to go there.
We went from none to all.
Yes. And that was a little bit of an awkward moment there when we found out we had zero. It was like my true reaction, blood boiling, trying to keep it together for the podcast, trying to not be too mean to Lakin. But, just kind of one of those like awkward and embarrassing moments. You know what I mean?
It was awkward for all in the room.
I'm sure the listeners felt awkward, a little embarrassed for me as well.
You just really wanted a beer and you were looking forward to it.
It was a combination of blood boiling and disappointment.
Yep.
But speaking of kind of embarrassing moments, guys, we're going to do this first segment that we like to call what? Stuff that's embarrassing, but really isn't. Right?
Yes.
We all got a list going on here. I actually think that you don't really have to explain this one that much. You know it. It's stuff that's either just mildly embarrassing or like it's not actually, no one actually cares, but you care when it happens. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just kick it off. My first one is you're in the car, you're sitting at a red light, you're not on your phone, but you're maybe just like looking out the window. It's a nice day. You maybe got your arm out the window rolled down. And it turns green. You don't notice it right away.
Yeah.
And there's about 5 seconds, literally just 5 seconds you don't go. And then all of a sudden you realize you're not going and it's green. And then you just slam on the gas. Just that whole scene is like so embarrassing to be like, because like that person's just waiting. If it goes like to 7 seconds, they're laying on the horn. It's just like
or they're distracted too and don't even notice, but you're freaking out that they're worried.
You think that everyone else is paying attention to when you let off the gas and go.
Mm-hmm.
And so not only is that 5 seconds awkward and embarrassing, but then like how fast you take off is also embarrassing.
And you're also conscious of it the next mile you drive with that same person behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, they're thinking about it.
So
I know they are.
So the next light, you're dialed into those colors. As soon as you're even looking at the side one, be like, all right, It is about to turn green. I'm already letting my foot off the gas, and you're gone.
Yeah, you got to make up for it somehow. And here's the thing: those 5 seconds, you probably cut 2 to 3 cars off from getting through that light.
Yeah, I did.
So
Especially, if you're backed up.
yeah, they're gonna be pissed at
If
you
you're
too.
backed up, though, and someone doesn't go right away, within 2 seconds, someone's honking.
Yeah, here's what you got to do though: you got to have the peripherals going, and you just got to watch the car next to you in your peripherals. And when they start going, that's
But
your
that's
cue.
the worst when you don't forget that it's a turning lane next to you. And
Yeah.
that's another embarrassing moment. There's a turning lane next to you and you're not paying attention. They start going, then you start to go and you look up and it's still red. And you have to slam on the brakes.
I do that at least once a day.
And then you just look ahead. You don't look to the person next to you and you don't want them
Yeah.
to see you.
It's a domino effect because the guy behind you starts going too, then they have to stop quick, and it's
Yep.
all the way down the
That
light.
might be even more embarrassing than what my original one was.
So there's this thing that I do. If I'm actually paying attention at the light and I can tell the person next to me isn't, I'll maybe just inch forward about a foot or two, even though it's still red.
To get
and then
him.
they'll look up and they'll be like, oh shit, no, it's still red.
You just got to get into. It's like a reminder. You set a
Yes.
reminder for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got one. So it's like the bar is super busy, right? And you got to go order a drink, and you're standing at the bar alone, waiting for the waiter or waitress
Where
to
do you
look.
look?
Right? Do you wave at them, or do you look like a douche?
My go-to is
Yeah.
always looking at the TV, but not watching it.
No.
So like you're thinking, you're like kind of peripherals, seeing what's going on around you. You maybe can see the bartender here, but your eyes are on the TV. But if you went back to the table and they're like, "Hey, what was on the TV?" You could not tell them.
Yeah, I don't even know what score it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
a good one, Tyler.
It's like, what do you do? You're just standing there alone. Your friends are back at the table. You're just like, no, okay. Yeah, you're just like half-ass wave at them.
Well, so it depends. Okay, I'm with you. It also depends on what time of the night and how drunk you are.
Yeah.
Because if I'm hammered, I'm just like talking to whoever's sitting there.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm whatever. But if it's like right away, yeah, that's the worst.
Like you get there and the bar's already busy, but you're stone cold sober.
Oh, that's
You're
the
just like
worst.
sitting next to these drunk idiots next to you.
you got to do the elbow lean on the bar.
Yep.
And you never want to you don't know if you're allowed to stand in that one spot where they bring all the empties or not, because that's
Yes.
the only open space in the bar.
Yeah, you always have to end up moving, and that's also embarrassing.
Right.
God, that spot sucks.
It does, because it's like clickbait. You stand there because it's open, but then you're not supposed to be there.
Well, no, it's fine until there's that one server who's like annoyed and
That you're in
tells
their
you
way.
to move, and then you got to do the awkward and embarrassing move where you're on the second row of the bar trying to order something, and you're like leaning between people.
Like almost on your tiptoes to make
Yeah.
eye contact with
And
the
then
bartender.
you can't elbow lean at that point. You got to
Yeah.
cross the arms or put them in the pockets or something.
Yeah. God, second row at the bar stinks.
I got one for you guys. Now, hear me out.
Is this a hear me out?
When you make a good shot in bowling, walking back to the group of people that you're bowling with, let's just say you hit a strike, right? You want to kind of get super pumped up inside,
But you can't because it's bowling.
Yes, exactly.
I do this move where, so a lot of times in bowling, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But a lot of times in bowling, it's like there's only one person actually watching every person bowl, and then other people are talking. But the worst is you turn around and you immediately make eye contact with that person, and they're like, one of those. So then, but you don't want to seem cocky,
Yeah.
but you also don't want to like not acknowledge them. So you do the no teeth smile, like
Yep.
the head nod, and then you do like a 1 second to them like that, and then you just look to another lane.
What's even worse
Immediately.
is when you make a bad shot and you're like, you don't really want to seem like, oh, no big deal, right?
Yeah.
But also like, how do you react? You don't know if the people behind you are laughing at you,
Right.
or waiting
Yeah,
to see what your reaction
I think that's
is.
the biggest trigger is your back is turned to the reaction. So you
Yes.
don't know what everyone's thinking about your shot.
Yeah, you gotta just put your head down and walk back. Just wait. You watch the ball returner, even though there's nothing coming out. You just watch it until your ball comes out.
What I do, a patented move as I'm walking back, regardless feels good, bad, or otherwise, is the next lane is bowling. I'll like they start to go, and then I'll like go and like do the walk backwards and watch them bowl.
Yes.
Just so I can avoid that whole
The walk backwards is an elite move.
Oh yeah. But then, okay, so you do the walk backwards just even on your own lane, right? But then there's that like 2-inch step down from the lanes to the carpet. and you roll an ankle on that.
Yeah.
That's another embarrassing.
There we
thing.
go.
That's actually embarrassing.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 times.
Another one that I got, this happens more than I would like to. Your song comes on, you like, right? You know quite a few words,
Yeah.
right? And if the music's loud, but it's not loud enough to where you can still hear yourself singing, and you just start too early. Like,
Yep.
you know, there's like one, so like, you know, the first line is like another, like, I don't know the music terms.
Stanza.
Another it's like another measure
Another
Mhm.
bridge.
of the beginning intro, and you start early and you're like going for
And
it.
you're just like,
Yeah.
And you
Or you do the wrong verse. You sing
Yeah,
the
like-
wrong verse.
like when you come into a song that's like halfway done already, you're not sure which verse it is, so which version of the lyrics are going to come through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
gotta
just immediately sing the first word wrong. It looks bad.
Or you're in the car and you're singing, like you're all vibing, right? And then the DJ like knows you guys are all vibing, then just either pauses it or changes the
Changes the
song,
song.
and you're still singing at that same level and at the same off pitchness.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's also very embarrassing.
Yeah. Back to your first one. You kind of just have to melt it in with the rest of the words. Just pretend
Mumble.
like that might
That's
be
like-
in there.
My go-to line is, God, they got that line wrong.
Yeah.
there you
There you
Big
go.
dad move.
Yep. No,
I don't
like
really
that.
have a line. It's more so like, damn it.
If you just own up to it right away, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Ryan, you can maybe attest to this one now. Miles, I don't know if you can, but taking your dog for a walk and picking up their poop. You got to pick the poop up. It shouldn't be embarrassing, but I
No,
always feel...
Here's the thing. As someone who doesn't have a dog, I get embarrassed watching someone pick up poop because it's such a, like, it's not a demeaning thing because it's your dog and that's just something everyone does. But like just the thought of like someone picking up poop with their hand
Yeah.
is just like an awkward and embarrassing thing in itself, even if you're the one not doing it.
So
Like you're just palming shit.
It's like you can feel it's warm.
It's like hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
So with that, whenever I pick my dog's poop up, I always think that there's somebody watching me, even though there probably isn't, because what I think is they're making sure that I pick that up.
Yes.
And if I don't, that they're going to call the city or they're
Right.
going to call
yeah,
somebody.
it's like a weird balance between you don't want anyone to see you picking up shit, but you also want to make sure people see you so they know that you're a
Yes.
good dog owner.
Yes.
yeah, so you carry the bag in your hand. You make sure you don't throw it
So
away
you're,
right away.
it's a balance between don't look at me, but also I'm picking up the poop, so don't worry, I'm a good citizen.
Yep, exactly.
It's a strange song and dance, and I don't like it.
Yeah, unless it's in your own yard, then it's completely
Either
fine.
there, too, because like my yard butts up to someone else's yard. So it's like, that's pretty close to the line. I'm going to make sure I pick that up in case they might be watching through a window or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, because once you get the stain of the neighbor who doesn't pick up their dog's poop, you can't come back from that.
No,
Yeah, I have one of my neighbors is that.
Yeah.
Shit all over my
He
yard.
could pick up the next 500 poops,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still the neighbor who just lets his dog shit on your lawn.
yep.
Yeah, you can't be the guy who doesn't pick up the poops even once.
That's a hard label to
It's
get
like
rid of.
credit card payments. Don't miss a payment.
Well, it's like even
Don't
your
miss a poop.
Yeah.
it's like even your own yard. You don't want to be the guys that don't pick up your own dog shit either, because people drive by like, look at all those dead spots and all that shit in their yard.
Yeah. Oh, yikes! You kind of got to do like the hopscotch around someone's
Yep.
yard.
Yeah.
Door dashers are like literally juking bombs out in your yard to get to your door.
It's like a minefield.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Here's one for you guys. I don't know how you're gonna react to this, but I think it's pretty good. When you get your first physical in high school, to me, like, you know, it's just a weird situation. It's an embarrassing situation when they're like, "Hey, can you do the duck walk for me?" Yeah, sure. If this is what's required in the physical.
I didn't have to do a duck walk.
What?
No, I'm just saying that I've heard of people who have had to do the duck walk.
What
And
do you
maybe
mean
it's
by
just
the
a-
duck
What the
walk?
fuck is a duck walk?
You've never seen a duck walk before?
What are they doing in Wapaton is what I want to know. I think you maybe got one of those weird doctors on your hands that's doing weird stuff that doesn't need to be necessary. What is that?
So maybe the duck.
It's like you squat down and like walk, right?
Yeah, you basically walking in a full squat
Like clothed or like what?
No.
during your physical. No.
The only weird thing I had to do was
Wait, what?
the turn your head
So
and
you're
cough.
not clothed.
Well, your bottom half isn't.
And you're doing a duck walk?
You got Jared. You've heard of it?
I had my clothes on for that.
Maybe I did too. This is a while.
Are you
ago.
thinking of the cough thing?
Well, the cough
Yeah,
thing
that's
and
where
the
my
duck-
head
Yeah,
was going. I was
yes.
like, oh, he's going to do the cough.
There's multiple
Yeah.
tests you have to do.
Right.
Regardless,
Yikes.
super embarrassing situation.
Okay, so I got another one for you guys. You ready?
Okay.
So you are a grown man and you're on a podcast and you do an awkward moment that no one else has shared with you, and you find out that your doctor might be kind of a creep.
I hate when that
the
happens.
worst.
Today might have been the day.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, Ryan?
I'll show you the duck walk at
I
first break.
don't think I'm good.
Pants on.
Fully clothed though.
Are you gonna be clothed or not?
Yeah,
'Cause if you're not, Lakin, you're gonna need to go. I don't need any weird HR requests on my hands.
I would like to request to leave as well.
I'm surprised they didn't do. I'm surprised they didn't
Fine,
do that
I'll
crazy.
stay.
They didn't. Oh, well, we got our physicals in DL. We had to do the cough. I didn't like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the cough is where I might.
I was gonna get to the cough, all right?
I like how it's called the cough.
Jared knows what I'm talking about. The duck walk.
Yeah, I
Because he did
remember
it. He had
Is
to
it
do
like
it.
for flexibility?
I
or
think
what?
so, for your knees or something.
Yeah, like I used to have to like I don't know. That's
Ryan's doctor didn't want to waste time, and he had just finished the cough. He's like, don't worry about putting your pants on. I got to get out of here.
Probably.
He's like, drop it low.
He just starts, he plays on his
All right,
iPod.
Now put your hands on the ground and try to get your butt cheeks to wiggle a little bit. Oh yeah, you're good. Good to go. You are flexible.
Your knees look healthy.
Can you clap those cheeks a little for me? What? This is Ryan and his doctor. This is a documentary.
Yeah, this could be a Netflix original.
This could be the first scene.
What if
Yeah.
what if there's like people who come out after this thing of being like, yes, I also have the same experience.
And they're all from
and I'm
Wapaton.
scarred, and like people are like pressing charges on this doctor
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
this.
Yep.
You could be the first. Ryan was a victim. He didn't even know it.
Yep. Just gotta stand up for yourself sometimes.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Do you need another beer?
No, I'm good.
I need another beer after that one.
I did preface it with I didn't know how you guys were gonna take this. It's all about the preface here on the podcast because I don't know what I'm walking myself into. I don't know what I'm duck walking myself into.
Ooh, yikes.
I'm not following that up.
Yeah, the air is weird in the room.
You just end the podcast right now.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
What episode, Jared? So, yeah.
Jared, do you have any?
The whole basis was the physical in general.
I love how embarrassing and awkward thing turned into like one of those moments right now.
Yeah, maybe we should dive deeper.
No, we don't need to.
What would have been? But I'm glad that we did shed light on what you and I were thinking, because it would have been even more awkward if like,
we
would
didn't
have
say
glazed
anything.
over it. It's been like, oh yeah, Ryan, been there.
You want to know what I was actually thinking when you said duck walk? I thought you meant
What?
like the goat thing. I was like, what?
Like from the movie Waiting.
Yeah.
Then we would have had a Netflix doc. On
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Yeah, if your doctor at your physical starts asking you to do the goat, you got to get out of there fast.
Yikes.
Ooh. All right. Well, that was a segment that got away from us. I don't think we should go any further with that segment. I don't want to know what else you guys are doing, or I don't need to know any more.
We should take a break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break,
All
and
right.
then we're gonna
end the
We're gonna
podcast.
we're gonna talk about the worst places to be drunk, and Ryan's probably gonna say at his physical. Or maybe that experience will be better drunk. I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, let's take a break. Guys, before we get in the next segment, we want to talk to you about Holiday gas stations. One of our favorite, if not the most favorite gas station in the Midwest is
Easy.
Holiday. And they have a phenomenal promotion going on right here, right now, with iced coffee. Weather's starting to turn, get a little warmer out. You know, it's all of a sudden you're seeing a 7 as the first digit in the when it's not 7 degrees, like 70. That's when you got to start breaking out the iced coffee, the hot coffee, maybe for the early morning, but an afternoon pick me up. You got to head to Holiday. They got $1.69 iced coffees, no matter what time, no matter what size. You can get $1.69 iced coffee now through May 19th. So you only got a few days left to get this deal. We're talking $1.69. We're not talking $8 like those other places.
Yeah, other places you're paying $1.69 for just the ice.
Yes, 100%. And not only do they have iced coffee, they got snacks. You can get gas. You can get a car wash. You can feed your entire family with all the food they got there.
They do. They have meal deals.
Tires filled up.
You can get paper towels because someone's bound to spill in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So they got everything you need. Head to Holiday gas stations. Look for the little blue neon lights on the side of the road. You'll know that that's a Holiday gas station. And pick yourself up an iced coffee. May 19th, last day. You get $1.69. So head there now.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, that's cold. Ryan.
Hey.
I see you're behind again.
Got
Another beer?
one left. One drink left.
Yeah, we might have to have someone run it, do a BEERUN beer run.
Lakin, time ya.
BEERUN beer run.
Can I have one?
BEERUN. She actually was running.
She did.
Yeah.
What
Honestly, she looked kind of quick there.
yeah.
Team player.
Is Lakin secretly athletic? No.
That was actually.
That was
my-
a good cut.
Oh, she
only
took
got
the
one.
shortcut.
Did you roll your ankle?
Can we have 4 more?
Oh! Tripped over the board stretcher. Ryan, what's a board stretcher?
I don't know, but
Bush.
after this, I'm gonna go buy a new mount for my office.
Oh, he's trying to deflect it onto Lakin. Oh, here we go.
I mean-
All right. Tension now. Cut it with a butter knife. Guys, being drunk is fun.
It is.
Drinking is great.
Yes.
There might be some places where it's not so great to have been intoxicated at. So we're going to go through that. The one that I had written down was, I don't know if I've ever done this, but I imagine this is about a bad place to be, is the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely don't want to be drunk at the hospital. For 2 reasons. One, if you're visiting someone, might be a bad idea. Trying to, read the room, read the room. Don't be drunk at a hospital. But 2, if you're drunk at a hospital, you're probably getting your stomach pumped, and that's probably not a great thing. So that would be another terrible place to be drunk at.
Yeah. Or you're there visiting someone and you may become the next patient.
Yeah.
Wall there.
Yeah.
I mostly just don't like being in hospitals, period.
Unless you're having a child.
Drunk or sober.
Unless you're
Honestly,
having a child.
We're going to do a natural water birth at home next time.
I was just trying to work your kid in on this
you
podcast.
going to do a water birth?
Fuck no.
That would be a bad place to be drunk. Is that
Yeah.
the water birth?
Water birth.
It's just like you randomly get drunk on a Saturday and your wife goes into labor. She's got to hop in the pool inside the living room.
Spill your beer in
Don't
there.
go at that point when you're all the way to the end. You're pretty careful, right?
I didn't drink much the last month.
drink much. I only drank a half a bottle of whiskey a day then.
No, but the week we brought him home, I got shit canned.
Really?
Yeah. Celebration. That was my dad.
Well, and Becca,
That's our baby.
can celebrate a little bit
She
too.
couldn't yet.
Oh.
Jared knows
They
what
get-
I'm talking I love how me and Jared are doing a thing and you and Ryan
Yeah,
are.
there's 2 conversations going on right now.
Yeah, hospital's not great.
What's the bit there?
It's the office.
That's the office.
I
You wouldn't get it.
No.
He literally lights up a cigar in the hospital.
Yeah, you can't smoke here. And he's like,
this is totally off topic. Another great part of that episode is when Andy has the newspaper framed, and it was like a really nice like head article, and then she didn't get born until the next day. So then he showed the paper from that day. It's just like Scranton Strangler strikes again.
I like when Michael smokes there. He's like, you can't smoke anywhere these days.
That's true. That is true. Oh my God.
Man.
Yeah. Don't be drunk at a hospital. Not going to be a good recipe.
You probably don't want to get drunk like during a job interview either, or like before a job interview.
Yeah.
Something
depending.
like that. Depending.
At our job interview, when people come in, we're like, do you want a beer? And like,
that's a litmus test for sure.
But it's also like, we probably got to stop doing that because like, what if the person's like a recovering alcoholic and it's just
then
like,
why are they applying?
Oh, might be a really good worker though.
Yeah, but they got to do some research of where they're coming to work.
Tyler, I don't want people to think we wouldn't hire someone who's a recovering alcoholic.
I'm just saying, recovering or not, it's not going to stop us from being the brand that we are.
Right, but we also need to respect that, Tyler, because they're trying to not.
Okay.
Finally, someone else gets.
Yeah, let's gang up on him now.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there was one person who declined, and then we had to go through a full interview, just you and I drinking a beer, and then that was for Lakin's job. So
yeah,
he would have got hired if he would have grabbed that beer.
Lakin was like, "Oh yeah, the girls are guzzling. Give me a beer." And she shotgunned it, spiked it,
dropped a couple F-bombs,
swinging from the rafters. No,
here she is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like anyone actually would do that.
Just not a great place.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be drunk at a job interview.
Yeah, how would you have felt if someone had showed up and had pre-gamed the interview?
Depends on the vibes.
Yeah?
If you'd have got mouthy, because like you get mouthy when you're drunk, then it probably wouldn't have been a good look. But if he was just good vibes or she was good vibes, 100%.
Yeah? I was almost taking shots before mine.
No
Really?
shit.
I was like, I'm going to take one and get the edge off. I think that if there's ever a job to do it for, it's this one.
What's funny is like you sound like it was like the
my God. The koozie saved you.
Almost speaking of alcohol abuse, almost just spilled my entire beer, but a lesser athlete would have had beer everywhere. But luckily my reflexes were on point there.
Okay.
I love that like everyone's acting like the job interview here is like this like very nerve-wracking thing, even though we literally sat on like a couch and just
but I didn't know what it was gonna be. When I got there, the nerves were kind of out the window.
Yeah.
But before I was like, oh
he
shit.
showed up. He was like, "This is where you guys work." Oh my God. Where else you got? You got anywhere? Tyler?
Court. Don't want to be drunk at court.
Not a great.
That would be bad. Do you think that has to happen a lot?
Yeah.
You'd think, like, especially if like people are there overnight from drinking related crime, and the next morning they might be still a little drunk.
Yeah, but I imagine it's someone who has to who committed an offense and is there and.
Yeah, I went to court once for getting a minor, and.
Well, it'd been nice if you could have disclosed that on your
I did.
resume.
Wasn't on your resume.
Oof.
I thought that would be a resume builder.
Hey, I didn't know we had such a bad boy in there. Tyler,
the bad boy.
You like how he stated that he got a minor? He's like, so I had an offense. I got a minor. I got a little minor, and it was kind of a big deal.
Or as Charlie calls it, a drink ticket.
Yeah,
A drink ticket.
I like that. I like that.
So we got tackle box and the bad boy.
Yeah.
The Midwest bad boy over here got a minor.
I got 3 minors.
Oh, big time bad boy.
So,
Not to brag.
He knows all about being drunk in court.
Yeah.
Shit.
Got a minor the night before, woke up.
Got one the next day.
We had a cartoon keg, but then I also had to meet up with my parole officer.
What's a cartoon keg?
It's just a keg in the morning
Oh.
while you're watching cartoons.
Oh, you don't know what a fucking cartoon keg is, Tyler? Jesus Christ, man. Did you even go to college?
Cartoon keg's real, though.
It's like kegs and eggs type of vibe,
Gotcha.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually the cartoon kid goes right next to the board stretcher.
Just giggling back there.
I love Jared way in the back because you just never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm enjoying myself back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a badass and don't drink at court.
I would say another
Because I've done it and it
Yeah,
doesn't end
dude.
well.
I'd say another place you probably don't want to be drunk at is like your kid's baseball game or your
No.
kid's sporting events.
I would want to be drunk.
Do you
there.
want to be known as the dad who shows up drunk to his kid's
So
game?
there's
don't want that
You
stigma.
don't want to be drunk, but I think
That's
like
the bit. That's the
parents,
segment,
like-
though.
Here's what you want. You want to be the parent who is at the baseball game, and then at the end, like if there's 7 innings in a kid's basement, top of the 7th, you're
Yeah.
maybe nudging like, "Hey, we going to the bar after?" You
Yeah.
do the drinking after the game.
100%.
If you're drinking at the game, that's tough. But if you're drinking before, I think it's fine.
So here's I thought of this.
Just don't drink at the game.
There's 7 innings. Don't drink there.
Yeah.
So I thought of this as well, and then I remembered when I was in Little League or whatever, Babe Ruth or some shit, we'd do weekend tournaments, right? And the weekend tournament was all day long, and the parents would like kind of tailgate together, and it looked like they were having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Okay, if it is a parental affair, if everyone's doing it, then I think it's fine. But if you're
just
you're
one
the only
drunk
one
dad,
showing up, yeah,
Then you're Billy Bob Thornton in Bad News Bears. You know, it's tough luck.
Or Tim McGraw on Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
another stigma that you can't really get rid of after it happens.
Yeah, drunk dad.
yeah.
Is it okay to be drunk at a T-ball game, or is there different?
That might be a little much.
Now, hey, adult baseball.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You better
Yeah.
be drunk there.
it's
Yes.
open season then.
Yeah. What's the age where that flip flops? You think? Probably 18 or
I'd
what?
say
Yeah,
18.
21.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you have a kid who's playing varsity baseball. Probably shouldn't be drunk.
yeah.
In high school. Yeah, so college.
But if they're playing college baseball, it's free game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they sell beer at those.
Hey, what a year makes difference.
Right?
18 to 19.
Yes.
That's the cutoff.
You're sober and then you're drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Meeting your significant other's parents. Not the initial meeting. After that, every time once you're comfortable with them, being drunk with them is way better than being
You want
sober.
to hear what happened to me?
Yeah. Let's hear
When
it.
I met my girlfriend's parents for the first time, we were just hanging out like at their house, and we were like on the deck, and we were sitting down. They're like, "Hey, does anyone want anything to drink?" And I was like, kind of looked around. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do a beer." And then no one else said they wanted a beer. So they brought me a beer, and we're all sitting there, and I'm the only one drinking it. I'm dead serious. And I was just like, really? I was like, to my girlfriend, I was
probably
like,
meant-
you couldn't be like, yeah, I'll do anything.
It probably meant like lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
You want some
Kool-Aid
water?
in the fridge.
Would you like a glass of water?
Get you
Yeah,
a
I'll
glass of
take a
orange
vodka.
juice.
Yeah. Does anyone want anything to drink? And then they're about to be like, does anyone, or like water, coffee? And I'm just like, I'll do a beer.
I'll do a glass of
They
milk.
probably had to like dig in the back of the fist. We don't have any beer for this guy.
All I got to say, though, is I set the tone early at least.
You did.
Yeah.
No more
Good.
surprises.
There was no surprises at that.
So, do you have experience, Tyler?
Never been drunk meeting for the initial time.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But I've been drunk with the in-laws many times after that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a good way to do it.
Yep.
But Miles, I like how you just break the ice right away. Like, hey, this is me.
Yeah.
This is who you're getting.
Unintentionally, I was like, this is me.
You got to set
Yeah.
the bar low so you can just keep
Yep.
passing the bar.
Yes. 100%.
Is that the term, passing the bar?
You can keep raising the bar.
Raising the bar.
Set it
No.
low and keep raising it. Yeah.
No, you set the bar low and then exceed it.
Okay.
Because you don't want to keep raising the bar because then you got to like really try.
Yeah.
Just keep it low. Just constantly just exceed
Beat
it.
it
But keep
by-
the bar low.
Beat it by just a little bit so they
Yeah.
know there isn't more potential there.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe raise it once and then lower it once and then
Yeah.
raise it twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a constant thing. You got to keep on. I guess.
Bar.
You got to think about that too. Going into those.
I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there. I was like, oh my God. I look like a booze hound.
Well,
I don't know.
shoe fits, Jared.
Jared, you got one back there?
Yeah, DMV. I just don't think that would be
Wild card.
Yeah. I love how all these places are just things you don't want to be doing, just regardless.
Yeah.
The DMV would be tough because it's like, it's not necessarily the workers at that point. It's more so like you're going to end up annoying someone else who's at the DMV.
Yep.
First of all, if you're drunk at the DMV, you got dropped off at the DMV or you're driving, Jared.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Yeah,
Hey.
just get a new license. You know?
And then that license photo of you with
just
bloodshot
that's-
eyes is
Genius, because if you're ever too drunk to get into a bar and you show them the ID, like that's just how this guy looks, I guess.
Your eyelids are super droopy.
yeah, man. There's always like that.
Also, that weird like lights on no one's home look. Apparently, that's the way he just looks. All right.
Setting the bar low.
That's actually no. Hey, maybe that's a good idea. Get drunk, get dropped at the DMV, take the photo hammered, then you're good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good to go.
And
Hopefully
you'll
they
never
don't.
get refused at a bar.
Hopefully they don't start doing scratch and sniff license and just smell like old beer.
People start doing that. And they have to like give a breathalyzer just to renew your driver's license. Yikes.
Tough situations.
Yeah, God. It just any of those situations, even sober though, suck.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Well, I got one that doesn't suck sober, but if you're riding shotgun, you don't want to be drunk in the car wash.
I've never done it.
Never done it.
It's the one I have done. It's not great.
Make you sick or what?
Yeah, you kind of it gives you the spins when you didn't need to get them.
Yeah, and you're just kind of you have to sit there for about 5 minutes.
And like when you're drunk, what's better than having the windows down? You can't have them down in the car wash, stale air in
Can
there.
we talk about that? Why is fresh air so much fresher when you're hammered?
Your senses are heightened.
It's the freshest air you've ever breathed.
the freshest O2.
It just fills up your lungs. It makes you feel great. But then as soon as that window goes back up, it's like, oh, I can't breathe in here. Yeah.
The AC air doesn't even compare.
No.
It might feel good on the face, but breathing that shit in, it
It's
doesn't.
so weird.
Yeah.
That's got to be like primal shit, right? Like
Probably. Your body's fighting for its life, so everything else is just a little sweeter.
Yeah. Think about how many times fresh air has saved someone from throwing up in the car.
It's happened to me
Lots of times.
lots of times.
Yeah.
Maybe even just do the full dog move and just have your head out the window with your hands on the side.
Yep.
Kind of like the Joker on
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight
Yep.
with his head out, just like going like that with his hair.
If my head's out the window, it's probably for a different reason.
What, you're checking
Tire
tire
pressure.
pressure.
see
Yeah.
if the tire's low?
No, you gotta check the car before you take
Have
off.
you
Make sure there's
ever-
no obstructions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Ace Ventura also sticks his head out the window.
Yeah, while driving.
Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah. Oof. Fresh air, man. Nothing better than fresh air when you're drunk.
Props to fresh air.
Yeah. Shout out that
Honestly,
O2.
If we're gonna do a segment called most underrated things,
Milky Ways.
fresh air. Fresh air is underrated.
Doesn't get
It cures drunkenness. It cures just sickness in general. They're like, I think you just need some fresh air.
Yes.
That's
Fresh
the
air cures all.
That's the go-to move for moms. Where like moms learn a few things once they become a mom. Like if the baby comes out and then all of a sudden their brain is rewired for these things. They suddenly know everything there is to know about plants, what kinds of plants, how much to water them, when they're gonna bloom. Like, how do they know this all of a sudden? Second, they love just telling their kids I think you just need some fresh air. Moms have been putting fresh air on since the beginning of time.
I think it's also a good scapegoat to get the kids outside.
Yeah, I think
Just
it's
to start.
mostly just so that there we go. Worst place to be drunk when you got to deal with a screaming kid. Just tell them to get some fresh air so you can keep drinking.
If you can ingrain in their heads that fresh air will cure everything, start them young, right? Start them young.
Yeah.
Fresh air cures all.
So then when they're hammered, their instincts are going to kick on. You've
Yep.
been training them since they were kids. They're drunk in the back of an Uber. Their instincts go, my mom always said fresh air cures everything. Roll down the window, stick your head out, don't puke in the Uber, and then you don't have to pay an extra $250.
You'll get a 1 star on your Uber rating.
Yeah, there you go. No one picks you up after you do that.
So is fresh air better in the winter or the summer?
Ooh, fresh air is definitely different in the winter and the
Yeah.
summer.
Do it.
But it also hits in a good way.
Fresh air so you only pop up fish, but if you're in a permanent fish house,
I fish.
I thought you were a pop up
Holy
guy.
fuck. You think I'm some sort of peasant?
He just ice fish shamed you right there.
I didn't.
Just out of nowhere. Oh, you're only a pop-up guy.
God damn it.
It wasn't a shame
That's
thing.
because I'm
just being-
versatile and athletic, and I like to move around in a fucking pop-up.
So like
Okay.
you wouldn't know anything about this because you pop-up, but us Ice Castle
20-foot ice castlers
I don't have a
with
fish
built-in
house,
bunks
period.
and
must
a shitter in the front, you know.
You're a peasant and it's like you're staying at the Four Seasons over there.
I fish
on
in
the
permanence probably just as much as I fish
Okay,
in
I'm
Florida.
sorry. Jesus. The fresh air.
Hey, Ryan, you basically just use a stick with a leaf on it, right? And then when the limb goes flying up, then you go out there.
That was a good one, Tyler. I know you didn't mean it. But
Yep.
It was good. Of course, Miles blew it out of proportion.
Right.
Oh, I
which
did.
It made it even
He
funnier.
said it, not me.
Anyway.
Go ahead, Tyler.
I'm a little nervous now.
No, go ahead. This is going to be good.
So Ryan's just a peasant, so don't listen to this because you won't even know what
Okay.
it's about.
Ryan wouldn't get it. But when you're fishing in a permanent ice house and it's negative whatever outside, but it's hot as shit in there because the stove is burning, the fresh air never hits harder than that first gust when you open the door out to take a piss.
Do you want to know? Okay, this makes sense. I keep saying primal, very primal. It's very similar to being in the womb.
God.
And then
Fresh
release out into the world, you get that fresh air. I can't. Okay, if you could bottle up that feeling of getting fresh air for the first time when you come out of there,
Most kids cry because the fresh air's scary.
yeah, that's why they cry. They're so overwhelmed by the good fresh air. They've never had that feeling. They just come bursting out of there.
What was that noise?
And then they breathe that fresh air.
Yeah.
In. They're not crying because they're upset. They're crying because this is the best day of their life. It all's downhill from there. Once
Yep.
you have your first breath of fresh air, it's all downhill.
That's the youngest they'll ever be.
yeah.
Yeah, the bar's too high for them.
Wow. You know, that ice fishing house that Ryan wouldn't get. It's just so primal. Just reminds you of being in the womb and finally emerging into the world.
Ryan, if you'd want, I'd let you come to mine this winter.
Wow, that's so nice of you to invite him. Him, such a lowly servant peasant.
No, I'm gonna post up right next to your 20-foot ice castle in my fucking non-thermal shack. Not even have a heater in there, and I'm just gonna fish right next to you.
You know I don't have a fish house, period, right?
Correct.
Okay, just checking.
Hey, you don't need to have a fish house. You just need to have a friend with a fish house.
That's the way I operate. I have a friend that has a permanent, and I have a Ryan.
Yep.
Mostly anything on the water you don't need to have. Just have a friend with. Boats, fit ice castles, the whole shebang.
Kayaks.
Kayak is the hiking of water.
Yes. Wakeboards.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah. Wow. Fresh air, man. Fresh.
Does anyone have any more
Hey,
places you don't want to be drunk?
Fresh fucking air.
It
I don't
doesn't
want to
matter.
be drunk in the womb. Probably not going to be good for me
If
later.
you're drunk in the moon, that means someone else is drunk.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be good. So no.
in a hospital. Drunk in a hospital.
That was
Back
the
to number
first time
one.
I was ever drunk in a hospital. Disclaimer: no, my mother did not.
I was gonna say she's gonna call you.
Yeah, I did not go. All right.
What a wild card of a segment.
Well, segment number 2 today got away from us.
Where do we go from here?
I don't know. I think we got to wrap her up here.
Yeah, we do.
Guys, this was fun. We had a good time. I hope everyone today, whenever you're listening to this, can maybe just get some fresh air. No matter what state you're in, good, bad, or otherwise, fresh air will always help. It'll never hurt. No one's ever gone outside and be like, oh, that fresh air sucked. That fresh air was just the worst. I wish I just had stale, muggy, gross inside air. You know, no one's ever said
It's
that.
always fresh.
Yeah. Fresh air. We got to start selling fresh air.
Yeah.
Asking me the
In
new.
a can.
Yeah.
What movie is that
That's
from?
on a movie.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh
God, it's
God.
gonna bug me.
What movie is it? He opens it up and just smells it, right?
Yeah, and like there's an air shortage, and they find out that the mayor or the president or whoever has been hoarding cans of air.
Oh God, what is it? Spaceballs.
Yes. Yep.
Because they're in a spaceship.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, Spaceballs.
Yeah, he's the leader of the ship. He's the
Yeah.
bad guy.
What a movie.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get some. Let's get some canned air going on the merch stores.
I'm gonna go
Ryan.
get some fresh air.
Yeah. No
after
matter
this.
what, we've been in this muggy room for too long.
Yeah.
But guys, thanks for tuning in to episode 118.
Yep.
Of the You Betcha Radio podcast. As always, appreciate you guys leaving a review, giving us a rating, throwing us a subscribe button. Just chuck it at us.
Smash it.
Smashing that subscribe button means that you love fresh air. If you love fresh air, hit that subscribe button. This was fun. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And I'm Miles, the You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. May your ranch always be runny. Your bush lattes forever be cold. Cheers, Ryan. Wow. Oh, my God, that's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.